Hi folks, and in this video what we're going to do is get it so when our player character or enemy NPC comes towards your player, they'll actually have it so they attack you as well. What you may notice at this moment in time is if we go to our AI patrol, I have actually made the cone a bit smaller. We can expand it for now, but that was just me playing around with actual testing the cone distance and length. There we go, for player sight. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to get it so as soon as the enemy character becomes within a certain distance towards the player, they'll start doing damage. So remember, we had our health down the bottom, and that's where we're going to have to call from. So first off, what we're going to do is add a component, and in this case we're going to add let's have a sphere collision which is just around the actual player itself, just slightly wider than the actual player character but not too wide. So then what we're going to do is we're going to drag in some code. So we drag the sphere in like so, then we'll do it on begin player overlap like so, click here, and then we have this lovely box here. So of course we're going to have to call to our target character, and we do that by dragging out this executable here and then typing cast to main player like so, and then we're going to assign this to the actual actor which is within this box, this time the main player. Now we need to get our health, and I do believe this was under the structure of player stat. There we go. So if we get the player stat, there's player health just here. So what we're going to have to do is actually get this information and also set the player stat as well at the same time to make a new one, and then we're going to have to work out how much damage we're going to do with this character. So what we might choose to do is add a variable and call this AI damage like so, set that to a floating point, and now we may choose to see how much damage it does, maybe 0.01 damage. So what we're going to then do is have the player health minus the float of AI damage, and then assign that to make the new health. Right, just to check that this works, we'll throw a print string in there and say attack player character like so, and then we have our AI damage just here. Of course what we can do is tick this little button here to make it public, so we can then change it on our AI patrol. So now if we go to play the game and we get within range, we're getting attacked, and we're getting attacked loads and loads and loads of times. So actually we're on minus about 2 lives at the moment, 3 lives, nearly 4 lives. So what we want to do, of course, is slow this down. So this is where our attack speed comes into play. So we're going to add a delay into this code, and then we're going to create a new variable and call this attack speed like so, make it public, and then work out how often we want our attacks to take place. So what we might have is someone who can do hardly any damage but do it quite quickly. So we might choose to set this something like 0.5 seconds, drag this into here, and then when we go into our combat, there you go, I picked up some armor there, so it's happening a bit slow. There you go, I'm getting some damage done to me. Oh, and I'm getting told to get the tunic as well because I was too close to one of the AIs. There you go, so I'm getting a little bit of damage done to me over time. That's perfectly fine. Now it's stopped for some reason. But what we might choose to do instead is take the attack speed, and we might want to decrease that to say 3 seconds, but then increase the AI damage to 0.5 for instance, and then we'll have a character that as soon as it hits you, boom, look at that, how much damage that does. There you go, and it's slow again, but then when it hits you one last time, that'll then take you to under 0, which will of course end your game. And there folks, that's how we create a basic character which does some damage, and actually now we have a bit of a combat system based into our game. Cheers.